kidding. Happy Halloween. Okay. I'm gonna get started here. Let me stop this really quick. Okay. So lesson for today. I'm sorry I'm not here again. It just happens like that. I miss y'all. It's Friday. Let's have a really, really, really good day, and then I will definitely get you back for it. So work hard. You know I always give you good things if you work hard. So let's go over champs for the lesson today really quick. Level 0, and that is only because I asked that you let everybody think, and so that everybody can hear the video, what I'm saying. I know I'm loud, but if you're talking, so your partner can't hear, okay? Please raise your hand if you need anything. Don't just yell out whatever you're thinking. Raise your hand for Miss Nations, okay? Assignment-wise or objective-wise, today we've been representing multiplication all week. Remember, I'm not concerned about solving, just representing, so with a model, right? So we're working on one of my favorite things. I love strip diagrams. I've told you that a million times, so we're going to get really good at those. So we're going to use those to show multiplication today. Your movement is 0. Do not ask Miss Nations to get up off this carpet. All right. If you need a pencil, ask her. Raise your hand. Okay. And then participation. This is very important. Eyes up. Pencil down while you're watching this, unless I'm asking you to draw models with me. Okay. You are going to draw your models on page 1. Remember, it looks like this, right? Look for the box that says strip diagrams, okay? Now, all right, we are going to start out the lesson with a word problem, because I do want you to hear how a multiplication word problem sounds, okay? So I'm going to read this. If you want to read along, it's in your packet. But the main concern is I want you to be drawing this model, this strip diagram, while we're trying to represent this problem, okay? So let's get to it. Roel has 7 stacks of comic books. In each stack, there are 4 comic books. Use a strip diagram to represent how many books Roel has. All right, let's go back. Let's think about who it's about, what he or she is exactly doing, what they have, if there's anything that kind of jumps out at us, right? So it's about Roel, and he has 7 stacks of comic books. So that's specific, right? 7 stacks of comic books. So when I read that, I'm going to want to model that. I need to draw that, okay? So first thing, because we know that we're going to use a strip diagram, all right? So y'all pick up your pencils, and let's go ahead and get our, I didn't want to start with that. We know that on the top of a strip diagram is always the total number of things that this person has. Well, Roel, we don't know how many comic books he has. We just know he has 7 stacks, and he's got 4 comic books in each stack, right? So each stack, 4 comic books, and then he's got 7 stacks, right? So we don't know how many books Roel has, okay? So that is our top strip, our total, right, that we're looking for, but we don't know it, so we're going to put a question mark in there. And then we're going to put another strip down here. We're going to use that strip to represent 7 stacks, right? So we're going to basically, like if I took scissors and could cut this strip, if it were paper, right, into 7 stacks, like 7 pieces to represent it. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and for the most part, right, you have to make sure that on a multiplication strip diagram that your pieces down here are all equal, and here's why. I'm going to fix this one really quick. because you know that's going to bug me. Okay, so here's why. Because, so he's got 7 stacks. All right, y'all do this real quick. Let's just label his 7 stacks. And I'll like dance while you guys do that, but you should be pretty much on it. So let me give you another like 2 seconds. Okay, so we labeled our stacks. There's 7 stacks of comic books. And then we've got to go figure out, do we know how many are in each stack? Well, it says in each stack, he's got 4 books, right? So I'm going to go ahead and put, instead of drawing, dots or like chairs like we did on Wednesday in our rows, I'm going to go ahead and just put that there are 4 in this stack. There's 4 in his second stack. There's 4 more in his third stack. There's 4 more in the fourth stack. There's 4 more in the fifth stack. Guess what? 4 in the sixth stack. And 4 comic books in the 7th stack of books that Roel has. Okay? So that right there is telling the story about our main character, Roel. 7 stacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we broke that strip diagram, that bottom strip, into 7 stacks. And then in each stack we put 4, 4, 4, 4. Sounds like something's repeating. Okay, if you were to be solving that problem, you could put all those 4s together, right? So if we had cut those all up and used tape to put them all back together, and we actually put them together in math means adding, right? Well, guess what? It also means multiplication, all right? Multiplication is just a faster way to add repeatedly. So what's repeating? 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. Plus 1 more stack is 4. Okay? So you should have 7 4s. I see 7 4s right there. Okay? So that's how you represent a strip diagram. Miss Nations, I talked really fast. You might have to pause it up until this point and check and make sure that they've got that drawn on their first page underneath strip diagram. Just kind of like as notes, if you guys need to go back and be like, oh yeah, that's what Miss Mag did on that Roel problem, right, with comic books, okay? So you guys are going to practice with that today. So you're going to turn your page to, let's double check before I say a page. All right, page 7, and there's extras down here if you need this. So page 7 looks like this. Let me pull that up. Make it all big right here. Okay, so page 7, on that page, your objective, again, goes back to what we're doing. We're going to represent a multiplication fact using a strip diagram. So I gave you the multiplication fact, 6 times 7. And then I gave you the start of the strip diagram. Okay? So guess what? 6 times 7, we don't know a total. We haven't put that together yet. So we don't know our top strip in a multiplication problem. We don't know the total. That's what we're looking for, right? But today we're just representing, so focus on that. The 6 times 7. So 6 is going to be like Roel, right? Roel had 7 stacks of books, comic books. This is going to be our, what we're cutting our strip into, how many pieces, right? So we need 6, okay? So watch. This is going from a whole to 6 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to number those underneath because I need to make sure that I have 6 equal parts. And they're equal because you're putting 7 in each part. Okay? So 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. 6 times. So you have to make sure that you have 6 sevens, basically, right there. Okay, and like I said, Miss Nations, you might have to pause it here for them to catch up. I'm talking real fast. I'm hyper or whatever today. So, okay, I'm going to do one more with you, and then you guys can finish this page out with Miss Nations, and then I'll explain the next page. So 9 times 3, if we're going to represent that, we have to think about, first of all, do we have the answer? Do we have a total? Have we put together 9 threes? No, we haven't, right? So we don't know our total. But we do know there's 9 equal parts. So we're going to come over here and split this into 9 equal parts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Try and get them equal. I didn't do such a hot job there, but it's all right. So 9 parts. Label your parts underneath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 parts to that whole. And then in each part, there's going to be 3. So 9 threes. You should see literally 9 threes repeating. Man, that sure does look like repeated addition. Just saying. So this represents 9 times 3 or 9 threes. Okay? Okay, so you guys finish that page out with Miss Nations will kind of oversee you, but you work at your pace. Let her check it. And then you're going to go back to your seat and you're going to do this quick page right here. It is page 8, I believe. Okay, so on page 8, I've given you the strip diagram. You're going to tell me the multiplication fact that it represents. Okay, so when I say multiplication fact, okay, you're going to do the same thing that we just did. What did we do? We have to count our parts first. So that strip, that whole, we don't know the total. We haven't put together this strip yet, but what we do know is that this strip has been cut into 1, 2, 3, 4. It's almost like 4 groups, right? It's been cut into 4 parts, 4 equal parts, and you can see that they're equal size. So there's 4 of them. That means we're going to do 4 times, and then look how many 5s you see. There's 4 5s. So 5, 5, 5, 5 in each means that represents 4 5s, or 4 times 5. Okay? So that's what I'm looking for there. If you want to solve it, if you want to, that's totally fine. But I'm mostly concerned with you getting that done. All right? So get that other page, page 7. Oh my goodness, I have to double check one more time. Yeah, get page 7 done with Miss Nations. If you need help, raise your hand. She'll help you out, but I want you to try and finish that one on your own. And then go and do this page also. I gave you the first one. Finish out the next 4. And then I will write Miss Nations a little note that the ones that you do, you earn a star for. But you have to put in the work. Okay? Okay, love y'all. See you Monday. Please, please be super good for Miss Nations. All right. See ya. See you Monday. Have a good weekend.